Wake up. It's the Sleep Unplugged podcast, episode 195, Pillow Fight 2026. Lay it on the line. Welcome, everyone, to the Sleep Unplugged podcast. My name is Chris Winter. I'm a neurologist, sleep specialist, and your host for this episode of the podcast. Truly special episode, one we look forward to every year. If you're new to the Sleep Unplugged podcast family, welcome. If you're a veteran, welcome back. And if you're a veteran of the Pillow Fight, we've got a great one in store for you this year. If you want to get in touch with the show, let us know who your pick is for the 2026 Pillow Fight champion. You can do it. Dr. Chris Winter Instagram, Dr. Chris Winter Twitter, Bluesky threads. It's all Dr. Chris Winter on there. You can find the official 2026 tournament bracket printed out. Write in the names of the pillows you think are going to win. Send us your winner. We'll talk about a few of them on the next episode of the podcast. We will not be unveiling the winner of the podcast this week, but rather, just like it's Selection Sunday for the NCAA, and we get to find out all 64 teams that will be in the NCAA basketball tournament. Today is Selection Sunday for Pillow Fight 2026, and we are going to introduce all the pillows that will be in our competition. If you're not familiar with our competition, it is a fun, tongue-in-cheek way for our pillows to compete. But really what we're talking about with this episode, and the reason why there's no winner on the episode, is because all these pillows are winners. All these pillows have something to give you if you're looking for sleep. So I just got back from spring training. Hello to all the lovely people at the Cleveland organization, San Diego organization, Toronto organization. I'm sure I'm forgetting others. But we go out there and we talk to these players about, hey, you've got to do things to help with your sleep and make small changes. And one of the things I always ask is raise your hand if you can tell me the brand of pillow that you're sleeping on right now and you thoughtfully chose it. And a lot of those players don't raise their hand. Usually it's one or two players. One player raised his hand. He was the only person in a room full of about 50 players who raised his hand. And I pointed to him. I said, well, that's great. We've at least got one. He goes, I'm not going to say what brand it is. This is not a brand that's ever been in our competition, but I don't want to speak ill of any brand. But he said, I've got one of these pillows and I don't like it. Now, I can promise you there are people who probably like that brand. So I told him, look, that's great. You tried that pillow. It didn't work out. Let's figure out what you like about it or don't like about it and move on to the next one. So this is the kind of thing we talk about. Another thing we talk about, and if you're watching on the YouTube page, you can see I'm wearing right now, which is my SideSleeperZ sleeping mask. And as you can see, if you're looking, the strap configuration here, very customizable. The mask is extremely light, doesn't put pressure on my eyes, and there is no way that you can move around and dislodge it. And I was talking to a lot of players this year who said, hey, when I use a mask, I wake up and it's off my head, or it's covering one eye and up on my forehead or over my mouth or nose. And last year, SideSleeperZ not only is gracious enough to sponsor today's podcast, and if you're watching on YouTube and looking over my shoulder right here, you can see the coveted SideSleeperZ Cup that is awarded, just like the Stanley Cup, each year to the winner. And the name of the pillow fight winner gets put onto the trophy. Last year's winner was Coop. You can see I'm wearing their t-shirt, and we'll talk a bit more about them in a minute. You can even see on our bracket, the SideSleeperZ Cup is right there. And so last year I took all these SideSleeperZ masks out to spring training, and I take little notes of the interventions that we do for our players. And I was asking them, hey, what did you think about the mask? And these were the top three responses. Number one, love it. Can't sleep without it. Never falls off my face. Barely know it's there. It is an essential part of my sleep. Number two, I left it in a hotel room and I need to get another one. Number three, my girlfriend slash wife stole it and won't give it back. So I need to get another one. So there's a lot of real positivity about the mask. I'll tell you a little trick, a little secret about my mask. I flew out of Arizona last night at 11, got on my American Airlines flight, got on there, was the first people to board, put the mask on. I was asleep before the plane left uh, Phoenix. I landed in Tampa, never felt the plane take off nor land. Woke up, got out, got in my Uber, had to Uber about an hour south to Sarasota pretty early in the morning, landed at 5 o'clock in the morning, slept the entire way with the mask on in my Uber, woke up, snuck into the house, lay down on the couch, put the mask on, and slept another 30 minutes to an hour before dogs woke me up. So, very appreciative to the Side Sleeper Z mask making this episode possible, giving us such an amazing trophy to win to our winner. And last year, Coop actually wrote me and said, I wrote them and said, congratulations, you won the SideSleeperZ Cup. This trophy is yours for a year if you want it, expecting them to be like, yeah, we don't need a trophy here. We're actually busy running an amazing business. And they're like, yeah, if you'll send it to us, that'd be great. They kept it the entire year, took pictures of it and cool stuff like that. And they sent it back to me. They sent it back with this t-shirt. So I thought it only fitting that we acknowledge the passing of the torch from Coop the champion to this year's pillow fight. So some rules of the pillow fight, the way it works. We have a whole series of sort of judging things, but the mainstay of the judging is a massive party I throw at my house where people come, there is pizza and there is alcohol. And when you walk through the door, you get a pillowcase. And then when you get the pillowcase, you get instructions that you throughout the night have to find all these pillows, put the pillow in your pillowcase, test it out somewhere, and grade it. And then all through the night, by the end of it, you get a winner. And you can see, if you're looking on YouTube, here's somebody's scorecard. Look at all the notes they wrote on the back. People take this party seriously, and it is so much fun. So I appreciate all the participants who, in my neighborhood and beyond, who served as the judges this year. This is not a comprehensive scientific situation at all. I can almost promise you that if you held a pillow fight party in your neighborhood, you would probably have different results. So again, it's not really about winners and losers. It's really about exposing you to 16 amazing pillows every year. And we're going to do that in just a second. Before we get going, the reference in the title, Lay It on the Line, is off of the song The Voice by Moody Blues, off their 10th album, Long Distance Voyager from 1981. This song popped in my head because during the pillow fight party, everybody's consuming alcohol, having a good time. And I was talking to a guy named Ben, who I've gotten to know recently. And Ben said the very first concert he went to was a Moody Blues concert. And I was like, what is the name of that amazing Moody Blues song? I was blanking on it at the time because I was very into testing my pillows and whatnot. I was like, won't you take me back to school? And then he started singing it too. I need to learn the oh, won't you tell me? And we were like singing this song, and I was like, The Voice, it's The Voice. This is such a great song. And so when I was looking at the lyrics of the song, I found the line, Lay It on the Line, and I thought that's a great subtitle for the Pillow Fight podcast. So Moody Blues, this was their, like I said, it was their 10th, Long Distance Voyager was their 10th album. Their second album was their big album. That was the 1967 Days of Future Past, not the X-Men movie P-A-S-T, but P-A-S-S-E-D. This was the big pre-prog rock sound that had Nights in White Satin, really became a defining 1960s song that really paved the way for Yes and Genesis. And this was, I think, the first album that had the Mellotron that was Pinder. I forget his first name, Mike Pinder, I think. But Justin Hayward was really the driving force and wrote the song. He actually wrote the voice. I love the cover of Long Distance Voyager. It's built around a night. I love art. My wife's in museum space. We were just up at the university or at Chicago Art Institute looking at amazing art. And it's based upon a painting called Punch by Thomas Webster. But if you actually look at the cover in the sky, the Voyager space probe is there from this sort of 19th century, setting. And so I love that little, and this is kind of goes along with Moody Blues and their philosophical themes that they use, and The Voice is no different. So we'll put The Voice on the Spotify music playlist, and well, off we go for the Pillow Fight contest. So Now, when two pillows get to fighting, it happens here and it finishes here. Two pillows enter, one pillow leaves, and right now, I've got 16 pillows behind me. 16 pillows with fluff and stuffing full of hope. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the pillow fight is here. So, if you're looking at your bracket, we will start on the left side. I call that the West with Hästens and Beckham Hotel. This is the Hästens Soft Extra High, the Beckham Hotel Down Alternative Pillow. Now, seeding in the pillow fight competition is based upon price. So, number one seed went to Hästens this year. Their Soft Extra High pillow retails at the standard size for about $885. The king size pillow, $1,295. So the committee loves the Hasten Soft Extra High pillow. It enters the competition as the clear luxury powerhouse. This Swedish masterpiece has the pedigree, it has the loft, it has the constitution to make a very, very deep run in the tournament this year. 100% cotton outer shell, 90% goose down, and 10% goose feathers. This company has been around since 1926 and they know what they are doing. In addition to absolutely amazing pillows, they make unparalleled mattresses and bedding. So check out Hästens. They have a showcase up in New York City. If you're ever up there, it's an amazing place to go to see what quality custom made bedding really can look like. And we really appreciate Hästens for being a part of this pillow fight competition. We're going to contrast that with a 16 seed pillow, the Beckham Hotel Down Alternative. This is sort of a budget brawler here. And Beckham Hotel punched their ticket with a strong season. They retail for $41.97. And it might be the most widely used pillow in America. It's affordable, it's accessible, it's extremely capable. It's washable, 250 thread count cover, cooling. It's very good for all positions. So this is, really a classic luxury versus value lineup. Hästens has the talent. They're the overwhelming favorite in this matchup, but Beckham has the numbers in terms of people out there using their product. So I wouldn't be surprised if that budget brawler keeps this one interesting for a long point in the game, but they may simply be outmatched by the Hästens. We will see as the tournament unfolds. One thing to really keep in mind when you're shopping for a pillow, Hästens and Beckham Hotel are great examples of down alternative pillows. Very soft, very moldable, so you can kind of get on it and bunch it up a little bit or flatten it out. It contours very well to your body. So it's interesting, when a pillow wins or loses in the bracket. I think a lot of times watching people judge and kind of moving around the judging sessions and asking people, a lot of people came in there with, I really like down pillows, or I really like a shredded memory foam pillow, or I like something different. So it'll be interesting to see how these two down alternative pillows sort of match up. Our next matchup, the number 8 seed GeliSleep cooling specialist retails for $129 versus number 9, the Coop Eden, which is retails for $109. Now, we were going to make a rule that the same company could not enter in 2 times in a row. Then we altered it to the same pillow can't be entered twice in a row. So Coop said, listen, we were going to send you a different pillow this year. Last year we gave you a different pillow. This year we're giving you the Coop Eden. And I'll tell you, 8 and 9 seed, this is probably one of the most evenly matched battles in the entire tournament. GeliSleep brings a great resume to the tournament. They have temperature control with this gel engineering, making it a strong, strong performer for people who want a cold pillow or sleep hot. It meets the same clinically proven pain reduction of the Medicos pillow that's been on the market for 25 years without that kind of slosh of water that they have. This pillow fill chamber is modular and adjustable and easily accessible within the pillow cover. So when you open it up, there is a thin bladder that you fill water, put water in, and there's these beads that kind of make the water turn into sort of a more stable gel. And beyond the cooling gel layer, there's a premium polyester fiber layer that's engineered to perform like sort of a down alternative. And then there's a shredded memory foam mixed with a small amount of polyester fill to keep the memory foam from clumping. So you can move these layers around within the pillow to create the height of the pillow as well as the configuration. Do you want that cold closest to your face? Do you want a little bit of an alternative down in between that in your face? So you can kind of lay this pillow out exactly the way you want it. And one thing we learned from last year is that if there was a customizable pillow in the pillow fight, it often got robbed a little bit because we have the pillows laid out to test as they are. So if you were testing the Jelly sleep pillow, all the layers were arranged in it and they were in a particular order that you really couldn't change a lot. Now you could if you bought it, but the people who judge could not. So the defending champion is back with the Eden. This is a dangerous lower seed, as we figured out last year when I believe Coop won as a 14 seed last year. So you're getting a lot more with Coop than one might expect given the cost. It might be the most customizable pillow in the field. That adjustable fill gives it the ability to adapt to almost any style. And it's really surprising to me when I look at people use this pillow, or I talked to my players last year because we gave them all kinds of information about pillows. And a lot of people like, I got the Coop and I love it. So this one could go either way. Classic cooling versus customization matchup. Whoever wins this could be a dangerous sleeper pick later in the bracket. Our next matchup, we've got the Yogasleep versus it's the Yogasleep Pure Care Soft Cell Chill, retails for $200. That's the 5 seed versus the number 12 Hest Camp Pillow, $79. And this is an interesting matchup. We made the decision this year for fun to throw in some travel pillows. So these pillows are a little bit smaller than normal. So the Yogasleep enters the tournament, one of the best cooling technologies in the field. Is built for hot sleepers, has a quietly built a very strong reputation, perfect blend of comfort and cooling technology. It's got a very different, sort of setup. If you want to, the cooling feel, you can sort of flip the pillow over and rest your face on the responsive gel-coated memory foam, or you can flip it over and kind of feel the sort of the down quilted sort of layer of the pillow. This is the company that makes the original sound conditioner, Pioneer and white noise machines. I just traveled back and forth to Arizona with the little mini Roam sleep machine. They've got the Dome, the Hush. Yogasleep's been around for a long time and make great bedding products, and this pillow is no exception. Up against the Hest travel pillow, a little bit outmatched maybe, but this is a very inexpensive pillow that is really designed for maximum portability. The pillow turns inward on itself and zips up. So when it's in its travel situation, if you look it up, it's half its size. And then when you unzip it, unfold it, you can zip it again, and then you seal it up in its regular state. They come in small, medium, large. We chose the medium. It's memory foam inside. It is a very durable, portable pillow that you're really going to like because it doesn't take up much space. And unlike a typical very small travel pillow, this can create, depending on what size you get, a much bigger sleep pillow that doesn't take up a lot of space. So we're really excited to see this clash of sort of a cooling tech pillow and something that's kind of rugged, built for travel, built for camping, built to be versatile. The Road Warrior might not look flashy, but it is battle tested. So this is going to be a little bit closer than I think most people think. So finally, our final matchup in the West is the ViSpring adjustable wool pillow, $230. Fourth seed versus the 13th seed, Authenticity 50 travel pillow, $59. You probably remember Authenticity 50 last year. They entered their full size pillow and they had so much fun in it last year that they jumped back into it again. We'll start with the ViSpring pillows. This is a handcrafted luxury contender. And one of the things it's got going for it is most pillows that use stuffing use shredded memory foam. This company uses wool. It's breathable. It has fantastic structure. It's a little heavier than the memory foam. If you don't like the lightness of down or memory foam, this gives a little bit more stability to the pillow. ViSpring actually invented the pocket coil, and their adjustable wool pillow reflects that philosophy of innovation, but real careful attention to detail. Wool really helps to maintain a comfortable microclimate. Anybody who camps knows you wear wool undergarments if they're going to get wet or sweaty because they wick away moisture. They're very good at regulating heat. And so, for individuals who want a little bit more of that, I think this really delivers in terms of its price. Authenticity 50 is an analytics darling, a big fan base, completely seed to stitch, made in the United States. Every aspect of the pillow is grown, sourced, woven, cut, sewn in the United States. Incredible product, made with pride. It was interesting. This is a customizable design too in this travel pillow, which is pretty rare. You can pull out the stuffing and get the perfect pillow loft for your travel needs. You can make it as plump or as thin as you like, and they give it to you really plump so you can, so you're not looking for more stuffing when you get your pillow. They use certified CertiPure US foam fill, unlike other brands. They've created a very compact size, easy to fit in a carry-on or a kid's back or a backpack. It's a wonderful pillow for kids if they have little their first bed out of the crib. This is a great pillow for them, and you can get it exactly the size they need. As they grow, you put more stuffing in, it grows with them. I'm going to tell you, this pillow really shocked me as I moved around during the competition. People love this pillow so much so that I was like, it's great that you love this pillow. They make a full size pillow. They were in our competition last year. So if any travel pillow can make a deep run, it's going to be the Authenticity 50 up against the ViSpring 4 seed. It's going to be tough, but this will be an interesting matchup. The travel pillow could pull up a bracket busting upset. We will see. We transition over to the East. We have the number 2 seed Chamberlain Down Classic, $600 versus the Casaluna Memory Foam and Alternative Down Pillow. Once again, we have down versus down or down alternative. This is the Target brand pillow. If you ever go into Target, Casaluna is their brand, retails for $45. Listen, Chamberlain Down has got the complete game. They're a number 2 seed for a reason. They are a down pillow purist's dream. Premium materials, excellent loft, serious sleep pedigree, made with a limited reserve down, 360 thread count cover, single chamber. That's important. A lot of down pillows have dual chambers. You're sleeping on down, so the fabric next to your face, underneath that is down, but the core of it is often feathers. You cut this pillow in half, and I would recommend you doing that outside. It is all pillow. Sorry, all down. It's all of these are all pillow. It is all down through and through. And the down is, they call it triple cleaned. It's hygienically cleaned to ensure the best quality. The animals that they're sourced from are all ethically sourced for a clean conscience, and they're hypoallergenic. So Casaluna is going to have to play big to beat Chamberlain Down because they enter as a massive underdog. Their pillow blends hybrid memory foam structure with alternative down softness. Again, classic luxury, big sleep program versus the young upstart modern hybrid engineering. Casaluna is not probably going to be picked on a lot of brackets, but Chamberlain Down is just it's going to be a tough pillow to beat. It is a remarkably wonderful down pillow. Now we move on. We see another familiar face. It's the number 7 Pluto custom pillow versus the number 10 Bedgear Storm Travel. Both of these pillows companies were in our pillow fight last year. Pluto, I originally said, nope, can't be in it because I had one of your pillows last year. And they said, Every one of our pillows is different. Again, Pluto 139, Bedgear 100. They said, why don't you designed a pillow for yourself last year. Pick everything opposite that you want, which happened to be almost exactly what my daughter wanted. I like a cooling pillow. She gets cold at night. She wants something warm. I sleep in my side. She's on her back. I wanted something big. She wanted something small. I like the silkiness of a cover. She likes a more like cottony kind of feel, et cetera, et cetera. Everything was different. So I said, okay, then this is a completely different pillow build. We'll see how it goes. What was interesting was Pluto came in second last year with a pillow specifically designed for me. So you can't customize it. Once you get it, it is all set up. So when we were entering this pillow last year, everybody was coming to my house and testing it out. They were testing out a pillow that was customized to me, and it still came in second place. This is a patented process they use to make them create pillows as thin as 2.5 inches, as thick as 12 plus, soft as a marshmallow, firm as a brick, all lofts. And you're thinking, oh, wait, but they customize the pillow. And once they sew it all up and make this beautiful pillow and send it to you, it's like when you get paint, a custom paint at Lowe's, you can't return the custom paint. Yes, you can return the Pluto pillow. They have a 125 night risk free. That's over 4 months, and they cover the costs to return it. So no restocking fee. They want you to sleep great. I've gotten to know this company over the last year. They were really excited to be back in the Pillow Fight contest. They were, I think, as a company, I can safely say they were crushed that they got to the finals and couldn't quite pull off the victory over Coop. They have a sub 6% return rate. And let me tell you something, I believe it. They make a really nice pillow. They were actually on Shark Tank. Look it up. Pluto Pillow Shark Tank. So when you visit Pluto's website, you won't find any pre-built pillows. You answer a bunch of questions about your sleep, your sleeping environment, and they send you a pillow that is just right for you. So check them out. You can also check out our social media. We'll have a discount code, I think, good towards until at least the end of the month. So keep an eye on them. Great company. Bedgear, they're up against Bedgear. Bedgear has a wonderful selection of pillows, and this year they're entering their travel pillow, maybe the most mobile pillow in the field, built for athletes, built for travelers, designed to perform anywhere. Bedgear makes some fantastic pillows, and I love their website. So unlike Pluto, where you answer questions and they build it for you, Bedgear is a little bit different. It's almost like they have a bunch of different pillows in all different kinds of sizes. So if you look up their pillows, you'll see the Storm 1.0, Storm 2.0, 3.0. They're talking about the loft of the pillow. So you answer a bunch of questions, get some measurements to them, and they say, we think you'd be best with the Winter Ice Pillow 2.0. So they do a wonderful job of matching you to the right pillow. This travel pillow is actually used by the Dallas Mavericks. So when you go on their website, you can see if you're the Dallas Mavericks, they're sponsored, by this pillow brand, and it's a really, really nice pillow. I've got family members who swear by them. So this matchup screams precision, portability, and both high quality. It's going to be a lot of fun to see how this works out. Our next is the Scrumptious Honeydew versus the Onyx Matrix. Scrumptious Honeydew, great for side sleeping. It's $199 retail. The Onyx Aero Matrix, $99. I think Scrumptious could make a deep run this year. They've developed kind of a cult following, especially among side sleepers who swear by its neck support. Proprietary fill, made entirely in-house, made in California, use custom-made machinery built specifically to produce this fill. The design of the pillow tapers at the edges, rises a little bit higher in the middle to really help you maintain a consistent height across the entire surface of the pillow. Really helps people who like to sleep on their side. It really sort of envelopes you, and it's personalized. You can make it firmer, you can make it softer by pulling fill in, so it's easy to get that pillow dialed in exactly the way you want it. Playing a totally different style of their game's a totally different style. The Onyx Matrix is bringing something completely different to Pillow Fight this year. It's an open grid architecture designed to facilitate airflow and really, really help with pressure distribution. One of our judges described this, and I quote, it's like a bag full of breast implants. And as soon as he said it, I was like, what? Yes, it is. That's exactly what it feels like. This is a heavy pillow and it's kind of floppy in an interesting way. But once you get it set up, it has a nice curvature to it, really supports your neck, whether you're sleeping on your back or your side. Probably not the pillow to put your arm under. That would feel a little strange, but I have never felt a pillow be quite so bouncy. I mean, it really, if somebody were going to say, look, we're going to have you fall backwards onto a hard surface, pick any of these pillows to put under your head to break the fall, probably the Onyx would be the one that I would choose. It just has a really springy softness to it that I think a lot of people could really like. So this is going to be a very interesting showdown between these two great pillows. Next and final matchup is the number 3 seed Lincove Canadian Down. Retails for $358 to $275, depending on the size. And this was the $358 one versus the 14 seed Brooklinen Marlow. It's interesting. Lincove, I think, as a team, came in thinking they deserved the number 1 seed. So they enter as one of the most respected luxury down pillows. This was a pillow that I identified very early on in the off season that I really wanted them to participate in this tournament. They use premium Canadian down to give it that elite softness and structure, crafted with the utmost devotion. It boasts an exquisite 100% Canadian Hutterite down, ensuring unmatched softness and extraordinary support for your ultimate sleep experience. Multiple firmness and size customization. So when you get on and order it, you can really dial in. So it's not a customizable pillow. You can't take the down in and out. But when you order it, you can find the size that works best for you. Free returns, antimicrobial fabric, ethically sourced 500 thread count sateen cotton, and a 5-year warranty. Who puts a 5-year warranty on a pillow? Unbelievable. So I think the Brooklinen Marlow is a real dark horse here. 14 seed. It's a new school adjustable pillow, quietly building a very strong reputation online. So here we are, exquisite, top of the line, handmade craftsmanship versus sort of the modern mass-produced design, but still with an eye towards quality. It's going to be a very interesting matchup here. Could have upset all over it. We just don't know. So there you have it. 16 pillows, 4 rounds, 1 champion. Will luxury dominate? Will this be the year of the down pillow? Can Coop repeat? Will Pluto avenge last year's loss to take home the cup? Dr. Chris Winter Instagram, Dr. Chris Winter Twitter. You can follow along, subscribe to the podcast, follow me on Instagram and social media, and be looking out over the next 7 to 10 days as we crown Pillow Fight champion for 2026. Print out your bracket. I'll post it on social media. If you're listening to this podcast, the bracket will be posted. And until next week, sleep well. Once again, thank you very much to SideSleeperZ for sponsoring the podcast, sponsoring the cup, being such an awesome sleep mask brand. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's Pillow Fight 2026. Sleep well.